Good morning, everyone. Today is Thursday, April 9th. Welcome to our number corner, and this is going to be the last number corner for a little while. When we come back from break, we will have, I'm really excited about this, the other first grade team will be taking turns, and we'll have a different teacher doing number corner for every week for the rest of the year. So I think my week's in the middle of May. So to finish out April, you'll be seeing Mrs. Vigiano and you'll be seeing all the other first grade teachers. And I'm excited about that because they've honestly taught me so much of what I know. And, you know, I'm a fairly new teacher. These teachers are amazing and all the kids will be excited to see them. Their styles are a little bit different, but same content, same stuff. So I think it's good practice to have another teacher, and maybe they'll listen a little more to another teacher. Who knows? But it's always good practice, and I'll still be doing my other videos. So I'm excited about that. And we have our break. So after today, there won't be any number corners because we are on our April break. I hope you find some fun stuff to do. I will be playing video games. I just bought an Xbox because mine broke, so that's exciting. We'll see if I remember how to do that. I'm going back to my childhood. So I hope that you have some fun over April break and find something enjoyable because this has been a crazy time. Anyway, we left you off with the triangle. It's an isosceles triangle. Isosceles. The kids know how much I love saying isosceles. I don't know why. It's a fun word for me to say. An isosceles triangle means two sides are equal. So that is an isosceles triangle. There are lots of different types. And we know already that an isosceles triangle is symmetrical. You can fold it. Just because the point is facing the bottom doesn't mean it's a different shape. It's still an isosceles triangle, and it's still symmetrical, just like the triangle from April 2nd. If you tried to fold it this way, you would have the same problem where one half would not be congruent with the other, so it's not half. So not symmetrical there. You would have to fold it up and down, just like so. And again, same as this way, these are congruent halves, and that means this triangle is symmetrical. And again, if I had my classroom, I would challenge you to make a triangle that's asymmetrical or not symmetrical, because I bet you can make a triangle that's asymmetrical. It won't be isosceles. It'll be a different type of triangle. Then we would talk about that. It's a scalene triangle. And can you make one that's asymmetrical? And what do you notice about the patterns and symmetry and the length of the sides and that good stuff? So we are just practicing this word. So if we just start to understand it, that's all I want. Symmetry is a tough concept. I'm going to put an X folds into two equal parts. And we know that means it is symmetrical. And there we go. Look at our patterns. It goes to 4, 2, 0. And I don't know why I'm like 4 parts, 2 parts, 0 parts. 4 parts, 2 parts, 0 parts. 4 parts, 2 parts. And then we know no matter what tomorrow's shape is, we know it's going to be 0 because we know our pattern. And now we can start to predict more. And look at this row. Is it symmetrical? It goes yes, yes, no. Symmetrical, symmetrical, asymmetrical. Symmetrical, symmetrical, asymmetrical. And remember, asymmetrical is just a fancy way to say not symmetrical. So whatever the shape is for today, I know it's not going to be symmetrical. I don't even have to test it out because I'm smart and I can study patterns and I can figure it out that way. And if you could figure out the shape, I don't know. I'm not sure if we can do that without turning the card. So let's turn our card and see our shape. We've got, what shape is that? Let's count the sides first and I'll zoom in on it. 1, 2, 3, 4 sides. So we know it's a quadrilateral, but it's a special type of quadrilateral. And I wonder if you remember what type of quadrilateral it is. Ready? It's a trapezoid. And how do we describe a trapezoid? 4-sided closed shape, correct? And it has opposite parallel lines. Only one pair of opposite parallel lines. And think of the road, the two lines that go, and we know that parallel lines are lines that will never touch. They'll go on forever and never touch. And as you can see, this slanted diagonal line is eventually going to intersect with this side. So it only has one pair of opposite parallel lines. The kids really did a great job with that earlier this year. So they really know their shapes. And I think everyone at home, you should all know that. And we would put a trapezoid. And this trapezoid is asymmetrical. And we knew that from the pattern, so I don't even have to test it out. So keep watching because Mrs. Vigiano and other teachers will be doing these activities in the future. So that's going to be exciting. They might do a little bit shorter, but they're not going to go over the worksheets, and you'll see. So how many popsicle sticks do we have? We have 9 popsicle sticks. So let's see what we spin today. 5 more. Can we regroup now and make a 10? So I want you to think, instead of me taking 5 little ones, what could we do? What's 9 plus 5? Well, that's a 10 fact minus 1 because I know 10 plus 5 is 15. So 9 plus 5 has to be 1 less than that. So it's 14. So instead of just doing all the ones, I'm going to regroup it into one group of 10 and then 4 ones. And do you see how I did that? I knew 9 plus 5 was 14. And that's one of those facts that if you know your 10 facts, then you'll be able to get your 9 facts right away. So 1 10 and 4 ones. Did we collected a greater amount of popsicle sticks this week than last week? That's another math term we use, greater than, less than, and we know the symbols for that too. So we had a greater amount this week. So that was that. And I did not delete this equation. So it's the 134th day of school. So all I'm going to do is cheat. Ready? Oh, well, never mind. I'm just going to add an extra 1, and let's see if that works. And why would that work? Because we just had 1 more day. So I just added an extra 1. So we have 3 10s, 10 plus 10 plus 10, that's 30, plus 4 1s, 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1, that's 34. So plus 100 is the same as 134. Perfect. That's our number corner, and these are your worksheets for today. I actually reviewed these on Monday, and that was my mistake, but you're going to do a great job with these. Remember coloring half, and that does not mean you only color 1/4, okay? Make sure you see how many pieces it's broken up to because you have to color 1/2 of those shapes. Let's look at this problem. Luis and his sister Elisa like to count cars as they go by their house. Luis counted 10 yesterday, and Elisa counted 7 today. How many cars did they count in all? And yesterday I talked about making number trees. So I noticed for these word problems, it might be a little tougher. Some of them, we have 3 add-ins, and that's a different type of thing. We haven't done that with number trees, so maybe it won't work. Maybe you'll need an equation. But for this one, the 2 numbers they give you, you still have to know what they're asking of you. So they're asking for the in all, and that means they want to know the top number. Sometimes they'll give you the top number, and then sometimes that's what they're asking for. So it's super important that when you read your word problems, you know exactly what they're asking for, and you plug your 2 numbers in appropriately. Just because 10 is bigger than 7 does not mean 10 would go on top because they were asking how many cars in all. So they were looking for the whole. They gave you 2 parts, and then you know your answer would be 17. Or you could do an equation like this, and then that's showing your work. Either way, and you'll see like letter C has 3 add-ins, I think. Hold on. She read for 11 minutes after school, 5 minutes after dinner, and another 4 minutes before she fell asleep. How many minutes did she read today? That just means you have to add up all those numbers. So we can do 3 add-in addition problems. I know we can. You might not make a number tree for that. You're just going to have to write your equation. Or you could do a number tree of 2 at a time. So 11 plus 5 plus 4. And we know we try to find friendly matches. So if this was me, I would find the 4 and the 5 together, make that 9. You know, we can add in whatever order we want. Some of you just will go straight across, or some of you will look for friendlier matches and add those first. I encourage you to do it the easiest way for you and the way that makes it so you get the right answer. So you don't have to find the friendly matches if you feel more comfortable just going in order. And that would mean our answer would be 20. So there's that. Just wanted to go over a couple of those word problems. Remember to look for exactly what they're asking for. What do they want me to find? What is my operation going to be? If I'm making a number tree, what number has to be the missing number? Is it the whole or is it a part? So think about that kind of stuff. Then you have your adding and subtracting on the hundreds grid. Remember, there's all sorts of patterns on here, and they're looking for you to add 10 and subtract 10. You can do that by going down one row, and that adds 10 every time. That way you don't have to count one at a time. It's great practice. And that's our number corner. So I won't be doing these until May. I'll post other teachers' number corners in the meantime. We have this 10-day break, long weekend, and then April break. So have fun on April break. If you decide you need to do some work, practice some of your math, I guess. But I'm going to try to have some fun. I hope you do too. So thank you for watching these, and have a great day. And now stop the video.